What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Lay It on the Table podcast. You know me, I'm Leah the doll. We got D-Lo with the cool glasses. Yes. And we
Yo, yo.
got Stephen L, aka ATM Cowboy.
We in it. We in it.
We in it to win it. Always.
Uh,
Period.
We in it. We may be a little crazy, but I know we're not as crazy as this guy, though. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Let me show y'all this one. Yeah, so he put some tweets out there recently about Jay-Z and Beyonce's kids. It says, "Wait, has anyone ever seen Jay-Z and Beyonce's younger kids? There, and the word rhymes with restarted. No, like literally. And this is why artificial insemination is such a blessing. Having having restarted children is a choice."
What?
Um, and it gets worse. More tweets came saying, "Hey guys, I took down that last post I said because I don't want to get banned from Twitter. But let's just say this: I'm still not a good person, and it's still fuck everybody."
What?
So
Wait,
that
was he
is
hacked or was that?
no, that was really him. No one's came out saying he's hacked.
Damn.
But he's
What
called
else?
Jay Z and Beyonce's kids the R word. You know, he's saying they're a little restarted. We'll just say restarted. And that's why nobody has seen them, at least the youngest ones. And then he said, "Fuck everybody." On top of it all, I
Fuck the
feel
world.
like,
He even said that Jay-Z didn't sign him, it was Dame Dash.
yeah, I've heard that. Yep, Dame Dash was the one who believed in him. Jay Z did not. Um, but I felt like in that scenario, though, with a lot of the Rockefeller stuff, I felt like it was more Dame Dash. He was the more educated one. He went to college to learn the business. And I feel like that's the whole reason why Rockefeller became what it was. But we all know Jay Z's a little crazy and done some little bit of crazy things in the past. So for Beyonce to say all this shit, I'm surprised, or I wouldn't be surprised if some of them people were following Kanye around right now.
Yeah.
Then he just, then he just said today that the Kardashians are traffickers.
Yeah, he did say that. They're S traffickers.
Oh, he's on that level. He's
Mm-hmm.
he's on that type of fucking time.
Mm-hmm.
That
Well,
right.
here's what's happening though.
Like just
He's a-
released from the psychiatric ward, rant.
Mm-hmm.
Wait,
That
hey,
kind
what, y'all never been? Y'all never been there? Y'all never had the good
I mean,
medication from the
I've been there once
psychiatric
or
ward?
twice,
Come on,
occasionally.
D, I know you've been there. You've had to have been there.
I ain't never been there.
You wanted
And,
to
I-
go though,
and
huh?
and also he beefing with a Canadian gangster. I ain't never seen a Canadian
A
gangster before.
Canadian gangster. Who's
Oh, top five. He's beefing with top five.
I ain't never
who
seen a
the fuck is
Canadian gangster.
that?
I never even heard of him. He just
He,
came
he
out of nowhere.
told he told top five. He goes, "Shut the fuck up, pussy."
I
Yo,
just know this much. If he top five, he need to go get his licks back for them niggas in
look,
LA,
if he
man.
top five, he better be
Right.
top
Yeah.
five
He
in
better
that.
go
He's
get his
top
licks
five.
back in LA.
He's the top five gangster of Canada. You know, straight from the Toronto, the streets of Toronto.
Does he know Drake?
Probably, yeah. I think he's an affiliate of
They're
Drake.
friends,
That's what it
best
comes down
friends.
to. Yeah. Well, he said I'm cool with Drake. That makes me gangster, big gangster, top five. No,
That's
but
crazy.
but back to Kanye though. I mean, what it stemmed from is that he wanted to put Northwest on a song about Diddy, right? It was a whole Diddy track with the son and all that shit, right? So Kim was like, "Well, remember, I when the kids were born, I trademarked all their names and I own the trademark. So therefore,
Damn.
Kim told Kanye, no, you cannot put anything with her name on it. You're not allowed." So she's like, "I'm saying no, since I own their names." Basically, Kim is saying, "I own my children. I own them, so you can't use them for any benefit with music, this, that, or I'll sue you." So they hit him with a cease and desist.
Damn. That's
That's
crazy.
what triggered his whole mental breakdown. Because before all this, he wasn't saying nothing. But when she put that out there, he said it. He goes, "Oh, since you're doing this, now everybody gets the devil." And after that, he's been just on it since.
And then he also saying that he didn't want his daughter to do a song with Playboy Cardi. You get what I'm saying? So
Well, Playboy
which
Cardi wanted he wanted her vocals. And he went and the thing that Kanye's pissed about that is because Playboy Cardi didn't even go to Kanye. He went straight to Kim to get the vocals for his daughter, for Kanye's daughter. And again, Kim says, I own their names. I've trademarked them when they were born, so I can do
That's
what I
smart
want
of her.
and however I want it.
That's smart of her.
It is smart of her. Um,
Yeah.
but
Just touching some babies and just
I
trade.
I
No, it's normal.
but
Just
it's
trademark them.
I just I think she's going to become like her mom though,
Absolutely. I mean, she
in a
has
bad way.
no one else to look up to but her mom. I mean, her mom is like a super, super icon. Like,
I have a feeling though, but I think it's going to be in a bad way. I think when her kids are like 18, I think Kim is going to be like, okay, it's time for more explicit things you're going to start doing.
you think so? She's gonna be like that?
I think so.
Hmm.
Well, that's just the world we live in. That's everybody.
Yeah, but that's what Kanye doesn't want. Kanye said that's the exact thing that he's hoping and fighting against,
Well, shit,
and
Kanye be
he
on the
thinks
boats.
that.
He be on the
And,
boats fucking and shit. You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm sorry, because Kanye
Butt
be on the
crack
boats
all
doing his
out,
thing.
getting top from his girl,
Yeah.
his butt crack out.
Girl
I
wearing
mean,
see through in public. You know.
yes,
right,
like
Dan.
nothing,
What's that
Well,
like
see through
nothing
comedian?
normal. See
public,
through
you
normal.
know.
Who's the comedian that Kanye beefed it with?
Um.
That Kim and them started dating?
Oh, Pete. Pete
Pete
Davidson, my dog.
Pete Davidson. That's what Bianca looks like. She looks like Pete Davidson with body and hair.
Yeah, the female version.
No,
Yeah.
Bianca
So
ain't that.
Kanye dated the
Bianca
Way
female
ain't
Pete
that
mommy
bad.
version
Davidson.
of him.
What'd you say, D? You said what?
Bianca ain't that bad. I hit her. She got
What if she?
sex appeal.
She, she's cute. Like,
Well, D, next
Yeah, she
time
got that sex appeal.
put on a comedy special Pete Davidson and then talk to me about
That's funny as hell.
it. But yeah, I mean that's what the world of Kanye is, right? Like a lot of people say he's got bipolar, he's got schizophrenia, he's got all these different things. He's been to the psych ward a few times, so he's been cloned. But I don't think he was ever cloned because this was like I think like we're seeing the old Kanye. I mean, this is how Kanye's always been. It just
you know,
progresses every year.
I
that's
just
true.
feel like
I
he
mean,
hurt.
it's
He
no
hurt.
surprise. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah, no
it's
surprise.
Kanye.
He just hurt, about his daughter situation. And now I feel like when he say getting the devil, he putting out
Mhm.
everything he know. You get what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Then he even told Playboy Cardi, he said, well, I'm finna drop an album, my shit gonna kill your shit.
Isn't that
I think Playboy Cardi's an
a
idiot too, though, bro. I've always thought that dude was an idiot.
Playboy? Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, who the fuck
I
like who?
almost forgot about him for a minute.
For me, it's just like I'll be honest with you, man. Like I know I'm not that generation of kids that listen to his music, and I've tried. Right, I always give these artists, new age artists, a try. I've listened to it, just not my thing. But man, but the whole thing, but everything else that surrounds Playboy Cardi, in my honest opinion, one, I don't, the way he carries himself and the way he treats people, I'm just not a fan of it. And in my opinion, I don't think he's talented enough or even on that level to where he can act the way he acts. Like in
Well,
my opinion, I don't
he
think he's
definitely
that.
got all, he definitely got all the devil fans. I ain't gonna hold you.
And he can have them, bro. He
He,
can
he,
have
he
all of
definitely,
them, and they can all go to hell together.
Doesn't he have a baby with Iggy Azalea?
Yeah,
Azalea?
he does. Yeah.
damn, he got a baby with who?
Iggy.
Oh
Fine
wow,
ass Australian white girl.
He
damn,
said
hell
but he spoke
The
that into
rapper.
existence.
I said, I
There was
forgot
an
she was a
old
rapper.
there was an old tweet that resurfaced and where he said that he goes, all I want is to get rich and a white bitch.
And guess what?
He pulled it
He just
off.
gave one a baby.
Pulled it off, and now he's wearing thongs and he's running around worshiping the devil.
man.
Didn't see it. I don't think he saw that one in his cards. So I don't know. I don't know about him.
Mm.
It's interesting though. Like if you think about it, like him, right? And then Iggy, who he has a kid with, like they seem like two different people, but you just never know people behind closed doors, I guess. Just like JT and Uzi. You would have never guessed. Like they look like or seem complete opposite, but
My personal opinion, she using him for the money, man. She using him for the money. She doing her own thing now. She getting the money. They was called the City Girls before they left each other. You get what I'm saying? And they got a
Mhm.
song talking about "Flew Me Out," "Fly Me Out," or "Flew Me Out" or something like that with Lil Baby.
But you
And
don't think that it's real?
nah, man, I think so. Listen, Old girl, she just did an interview with Shannon Sharp. The other one, what's her name?
Oh, you talking about
Risha?
Young Miami? Carisha,
Young
yeah.
Miami just did.
Risha?
She just did an interview. That P Diddy, they listen. They know what they be doing. When she was fucking with P Diddy, her baby daddy was. She still was messing with her baby daddy, the one that's cool with G Herbo. You get what I'm saying? But you know, it's all. It's like, okay, if me and you together, and then you got this older man, he like 58, and he could change our life.
Green. I mean, that's a good position right there.
You get
Hey,
what
you
I'm
know what
saying?
that just reminded me of, man? Glorilla said, I'm tired of this. I'm about to start taking all y'all's bitches' mans. And this girl comments, she goes, honey, it don't work like that. You can have my man because I'm gonna hit him up and be like, all right, now all that money you got, bring it back. Let's go spend your
Uh,
we're gonna spend your shit.
On the
I'll
real.
spend all that. That's actually a good situation though, if you think about it. Like you're with the love of your life, and then boom, then you find someone who's like 50, and like, baby, we're being taken care of.
It's
I would
crazy
sit down and
because
be like, listen, this is a business, okay? We're gonna go make an LLC. We're gonna have all the money go to that LLC, and then yeah, it'll be legitimate.
speaking of love of your life, it's crazy. I was watching this movie called Troy. It's like back in the days. It's like a where they come fighting all of that, right?
You said
And
Troy
yeah, Troy.
with fucking Brad Pitt. Oh,
Yeah, that
Hey,
shit's
that's a good
so
movie,
right.
bro.
And it's always like that. Like, okay, I notice in movies, when you watch these movies, it's always like that where um you like the brother, right? She was in love. Well, she was already married to the king, but then this dude came around, and boom, it be some shit that you don't think that you'll do. That be the best.
they
You
have
get what I'm
secret
saying?
lovers, and
Yeah, that'd be
you're
the best
married
shit.
already to like some.
Secret
You're
lover.
married off to a king or a noble, and
That'd
they
be
got
the
to deal with
best
them for the
shit.
rest of their lives. So now
Yeah,
they have a secret lover
yeah.
somewhere where they
Secret
link
lover
up and have relations.
relations and a
May I
couple
have
pasta.
another?
And they're in love and they got a plot to kill. I love Troy.
I'm telling you, it be just like that. Like it's the shit that you say you won't do be the best shit.
It's the risk. It's the
The risk.
excitement of, I don't know,
I
being
just
Yeah.
like all the ass whipping that happens in there, man. All the ass whipping
yeah, the
and just
swords
the
and
conquering and shit.
sword
That's
fight.
where I'm
Yeah,
just like,
yeah. We're
yeah,
taking over your territory. Yeah.
down all this shit. Hey, you know
Medieval
what?
times.
That just reminded me. Speaking of territories and stuff like that,
Uh-oh.
let's get into this clip real fast because this one, man.
The FBI announcing that they made a sweeping bust of the Rolling 60s Crips gang, but are still looking
Creepy
for its
that nigga.
longtime leader. Now, here's some Air 7 video from earlier this morning showing some of the alleged gang members being processed in tents at the FBI's.
So real quick, I'm just gonna point out that brown tent right there is the burgers and fries tent. I'm just pointing that out.
Wait, what are we even looking at here?
So okay, so I'll break this down for a minute. Big U and the Rolling 60s Crips just got popped on federal RICO charges.
Mm-hmm.
And out in LA. They're all getting taken down right now. That's like Brick Baby, who was part of No Jumper.
Mm-hmm.
Big U, for those who don't know, he was the former manager of Nipsey Hussle. He is the actual leader of the Rolling 60s Crips that Nipsey Hussle was part of. They've all been taken down. And so what I'm saying is that brown tent you see right there, that is the burgers and fries tent. They're bringing everybody in there, offering burgers and fries,
Mm-hmm.
saying, listen, you got two options. You can go to the big house or you can tell us everything you know. And we'll give you these burgers and fries and you get to go home maybe.
So look, y'all. So
So wait the fuck up. Go
Oh,
ahead.
by the way, this is outside of the jail right now.
yeah,
They're
like that.
processing all the
I'm
gang
still trying to
members.
Listen.
process this whole shit right here. Go ahead, D.
So Big U said it before he went in. He said, "What the hell is going on?" He said, first off, they got Brick Baby on me, and me. I guess him and Brick, basically like he don't even be with Brick Baby. You get what I'm saying? So how is Brick Baby a part of his Rico? He said, y'all got like 21 people. Half of these people ain't even connected to me. You get what I'm saying? And then he said, it's funny how Whack 100 knew how he be knowing every time somebody finna get locked up, basically. And basically, he felt like Whack 100 basically knew he was finna go to jail before he went to jail. So he trying to say he the feds. But then Whack 100 posted a phone call with somebody mama who was telling him, it's like a whole bunch of stuff going on. But I think what's going on is this. It's just that Whack 100 be having so much information on people that they starting to think he the police. You get what I'm saying? And so they
Mhm.
basically saying like Big U is connected and tied to. It was a kid living at his house that played. I guess that was his son's best friend, and he plays. I guess he played football or basketball, and they found the kid in Vegas dead. And he was living with Big U, and his DNA was on his nails. The kid who was dead, his nails, from his nails, the DNA from his nails was they saying was connected to Big U allegedly. I don't know. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
all alleged. It's you innocent until proven
Well,
Yeah.
otherwise.
here's another alleged bomb drop. They are allegedly, and apparently there's going to be some actual paperwork coming out. Again, allegedly, that Big U, the former manager of Nipsey Hussle, set up Nipsey Hussle that day to be killed. That's the other thing that they're thinking these RICO charges and the paperwork are going to uncover. There's been some
Yeah. So there's
talk
a lot
swirling
of
around
stuff
that.
included in this. A lot of dirt.
Well,
Yeah.
and there was a guy that talked about it. He said that when it came to Big U and Nipsey, one minute they'd be cool, one minute they're not. One minute like they're okay, and then they this guy talked about how he knew basically he kind of knew that 30 minutes before Nipsey was going to get killed because Big U fucked up, thought big that Nipsey Hussle already died and told people, yeah, Nipsey's dead, this is and that, and that was 30 minutes before he actually got shot by I think what Eric
Mm.
Holder. So that's again
Wow.
allegedly that's what's getting put out there right now. But apparently, with these RICO charges and the paperwork, more of that's going to start coming out, and they're going to get into that a little bit more and discuss that. But
That's so crazy.
let's see what else they're saying. Oh yeah, by the way, this is I've never seen this before. This is outside the LA jail. Those are tents because there's so many rolling 60s that they're putting all these charges on that they have to take them through all these tents to process and do all this right now.
That is so crazy. You know what those tents look like? The life game houses.
Mhm.
They look so small.
But guys,
You funny as
I'm
hell.
telling you right now, that little brown tent, I'm telling you, that's the burgers and fries tent. They got burgers and fries with a can of Coke, and they're
I feel
telling
like
them like,
that's
hey,
I honestly feel like that how they doing it is they probably got the regular rolling 60 members in the blue tents, and they got the big fish, which is Big U in the
Mhm.
brown tent. They keep them
Mhm.
separate, and they try to see who
Who will
gon'
snitch
tell first.
first?
Yeah,
100%, 100%. There's burgers and
I
fries
don't I
right
don't think
now.
it's
They
even
got
burgers. If
they
it's
got
burgers
In
and
and Out
fries, they're gonna
Burger
take you
coming right
away. They're
now.
gonna completely take you away.
In-N-Out Burger
Uh,
sounds so good right now.
Hey,
man, it
listen,
sounds
In and
crazy.
Out Burger made a lot of money that day. There's a
Mm-hmm.
lot of burgers getting bought that day.
But yeah, they basically saying like and then they saying that Draymond Green from the Warriors.
Yeah.
He donated $20,000 for a charity for the kids football organization for the little kids, and when he sent the 20,000 over for the charity, Big U immediately transferred that to his personal account. That's allegedly. That's
Damn,
what they
bro.
saying.
Allegedly, right? Though, allegedly.
Allegedly. Then
Allegedly.
also they saying Leah the fucking Dow. They're also saying that Shaq sent some money to the organization for the charity for the kids.
Shaq.
Yeah, Shaquille O'Neal sent money for the kids to Big U out of respect for Big U and help the neighborhood out.
Yeah.
And allegedly he sent that to his personal
Mm.
account. So
Mm. Wow.
Well,
See,
it gets even crazier.
you think you're
Apparently,
doing good
they
deeds and you're trying to do this and that, and look, people just are so evil.
it's
well, it
like
gets even
50, it's like 1,000 reports all over social media about this. It's crazy.
That
Well,
is.
it gets even crazier. This alleged because obviously that's what they're charging for too is that he used these organizations for gang activity and money funneling. But apparently there was 400 kids that were in this nonprofit program that he had for
Mhm.
basketball, this and that. Meanwhile, he's still out there actively, like allegedly running Crips and still doing all the gang activities and all the things that come with that. Again,
Yeah.
allegedly.
Steve Wright, they said that Leah the Dow. I gotta stop cursing so much on this platform so we can get them chineks. But listen, Leah, they said
Cheese, that cheese.
that cheese, you know what I'm saying,
I need
Leah?
them Chinex.
They saying that
Need that checks.
he had NBA players coming in, Leah, and had them basically for protection paying 100,000 allegedly.
What?
Yeah, so they
No
said like,
way. No
then they
fucking.
said
D dive into 600 too. Dive in on that.
Look, everyone's going down regardless.
they said he had
It's just only your time.
they just said this today. They just said this today. They said that Little Dirk came up because I guess Big U did an interview and he was
Mhm.
like, yeah, Quando Rondo called me after this situation, but he was like, don't try to call me now when it's hot in the kitchen. You get what I'm saying? He said people don't want to check in. And basically, like, they ain't trying to check in to pay their fee. So, that's what happens. That's what he basically said about the Quando Rondo situation. When they tried to kill Quando Rondo and his cousin. And then you remember the dude 600 I showed you a long time ago from LA we was gonna interview him?
Yep.
I don't
The
remember.
boxer, the boxer, he from Rolling 60s.
He was a freeways boxer at one point, Freeway Ricks.
I don't know for sure if he was free Rick Box. I know they was thinking about doing it together. I don't know if he like signed on, but I met him through but he the one he rode past Big U house with a badge on, just playing around. So now everybody talking about he 12 and he just was fucking around. You get what I'm saying? He was like, I ain't finna
Bro,
explain shit else
Can't
to
be sure
y'all.
these days. Can't be sure these days.
he said he was fucking around riding by with a fucking badge on
Yeah,
a
he
fence.
was just
Bro,
he was
I'm
just
weak.
fucking around. I think that he was just like shit. He wanted to see Big U go down because everybody thought that Big U had something to do with Nipsey Hussle, like Steve said.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
like
Well, that's
everybody wanted
coming
to see him
out.
go.
It's coming out more and more that, man, they think part of these RICO charges are going to unseal some of those some evidence that they've got on that. But so we'll see though. We'll see how it goes. But I will say this. I think well, you know what? Let's get through the rest of this and then I'll say what I have to say about it.
Okay, good.
Los Angeles office. Search warrants executed at 6 different locations today.
Burger and fried
Hundreds of
tent.
agents and
Burger and
officers
fried
arresting
tent.
10 people. In all, 19 have been indicted.
See,
4
that looks
were
like Big U
already
right
in
there.
custody, so at least 5 more arrests expected. But the search is on for the man they say has been heading up the
Oh,
local
there he
Crips
is.
gang for decades. Eugene Henley Jr. Investigators say he's been painting himself as an entertainment executive who's been giving back to the community with various
Painting
charities.
himself.
Say in reality, he's a violent criminal, the leader of the Crips with a long list of crimes on his resume. Sounds like the
Now, this is what I will say. Um I don't know Big U. D, I know you've met him. I haven't. I haven't met him personally. I've heard about him a lot. I've had opportunities to meet the guy. But I will say this. As a so-called leader, right? The boss, with the things that are coming out, allegedly. I feel like there's a certain point in our lives, especially at the age that he's at, that if you truly are for the kids and you truly are wanting to, as you say, you're an activist and you want to better the future for these generations coming up, you shouldn't still be out there, at least in the streets, still actively gangbanging and causing for these young kids to losing their lives. I
Mhm.
just, I don't. I'll be honest, my personal opinion, I don't feel sorry for him. If the things are true, if everything that he's being accused of, with all the allegedly he did this, did that, and it comes out that it is really true, I can't feel bad for people like that. It's just like when you keep playing these games, like those are the prizes you get.
Mhm. Yeah. I mean, people know what they're doing.
Hmm.
They know they're doing bad from the jump. So,
Yeah.
look, it's just a matter of
The
time before
thing,
you get caught. It's a matter of time
right?
before it unravels and people find out the fucked up shit you've done. Excuse my language.
Because his son just got drafted to the Chargers too, Leah, the NFL team. His son
Mhm.
pretty good at football. Yeah, starting middle
Mhm.
linebacker.
Mhm.
The thing is, he may have been trying to change. Now, if you had something to do with
I
Nipsey
mean, that's
Hussle,
true.
if you had
People do
something to do
change.
if he had something to do, Leah, with Nipsey Hussle getting killed, you got to think about it. That was a real good person that was giving back to the communities,
Right.
Mhm.
teaching people to own, teaching black people to start buying their own businesses, basically own their own businesses and buying they own where we live, buy your own property and do it like the other races do. And to take someone out like that from the people, you gonna have bad karma. You get what I'm
Oh
saying?
yeah.
So if he did that, that
Yeah.
bad karma, motherfucker.
And I think
Karma
I
is
think
definitely something. I'm
Yeah.
and
telling
I
you.
think And I think as we go through these, I think as this case goes forward, though, especially, we've seen how the RICO cases are. Like, look at Young Thug. Everything comes out. Man, it comes out to like whose mama's house you were at, the girl you were dating back in high school. Like the feds, when they've got you in their sights, it's every single thing you like. I'm sure things that they never thought that anybody would know starts coming out because the feds, man, they're just that good, man. They're when they've got something,
Well,
it's
they need to get a little better because they didn't really have nothing on Young Thug. Them. If they just
now that was
all
different.
kept their mouth closed, they would all just been got out the same damn time.
That was different though. That was the state. The FBI had no involvement in Young Thug. That was all on the state, and the
Oh,
state
okay.
showed. Yep. If the FBI had any involvement on Young Thug, I think that would have went a whole lot differently. In this situation, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I believe the FBI's have their claws on this situation with Big U. And like I said, the FBI, the
Of
bad thing about it,
course.
they don't miss. The FBI does
Right.
not miss.
Mm-hmm.
Look, I
Yeah.
mean, look at Little Dirk. It's his situation's looking about the same, So it's
Mm-hmm.
it's the
They
again
still
the
got
feds.
they still got to prove that Lil Durk did the hire.
They do, and that's why they're dragging this out so much. Same with the Diddy cases. They're going to drag this out for a year, 2 years, because they're at a point now that they're going through everything that they've obtained to make sure when they go to trial, they're going to nail them to the wall.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, it's just crazy. All these rappers. You got Dirk. You got Thug. You still got, what's his name? Wine something Melly. What's his name?
Oh, YN
Oh
Melody,
yeah,
yeah, he's still
damn,
fighting
yeah.
that. Yep.
He's still fine.
YMM Nelly or something. Yeah, she right.
It's like so
Well,
many.
look at Yellow Beezy. He just got
Yellow.
popped. I
Oh
think
my God.
he
I
just
was
got
gonna
popped for
mention that.
Mo.
Yeah. That is crazy.
What you know about that, Leah?
Oh, well, what's his name? What's that rapper name? Mo?
Mo
Who
3.
got shot up on the freeway, Mo 3.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember that. Like in 2020, right?
So he got shot. He got killed on the freeway in
On the
2000.
freeway. Mm-hmm.
Mo
Yep,
3.
2020.
Yeah, Mo
And
3.
so they trying to connect who?
Yellow Beezy.
Yellow Beezy.
Damn.
Because, because originally they're saying that who's that guy? Yellow Beezy's, I don't know, associate, whatever. He was the one who actually did it. But they're connecting Yellow Beezy somehow to that too. I mean, obviously, if that's his associate, but
Yeah, as of today, they officially charged him with murder for Mo 3.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Yep.
No, they can't charge Yellow Beezy that fast. You still gotta go in front of the judge.
They did it though. They charged him. They charged him with murder, and also as well as murder for hire. He may not have been a trigger
Mm-hmm.
man, but they're saying that he hired a hitman
That
to
guy.
take Mo 3 out,
Mm-hmm.
and so they're going to put it all on Yellow Beezy.
Of
Damn.
course, you got to put it on the main rapper.
Yep.
Now they probably got hella proof because he's been out for a while. When you out that long, that means they got some type of proof. When fairs come like that, they got real
No, for
proof.
real. If it's been that long, because Mo 3 was murdered in 2020. It's 2025, yeah.
When they got proof like that, they
He's
come get you.
Oh, he's been gone for 5 years.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They had to have
Holy
proof.
crap.
Think about this,
Yeah,
right?
built up.
This how you know. When Lil Durk first got in court, he could have actually got a bond, right? But then since they felt like he was trying to run off the plane on the planes, they denied it. He could have. That's how you know they ain't really have much evidence against Durk, because once there's real evidence, they give you no bond. He could have actually got a bond, but they say he was a, what do they call it? A high risk, a flight risk. They call it a flight risk. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He was flight risk, so that denied. That's the only reason why he got denied. This nigga booked like four fucking flights to different countries. And they was like, "Oh no, you won't be getting away here, buddy."
They said, "No, sir, buddy boy."
Not on my watch, buddy.
Hey, Leah sound like me last week. She sound tired to the motherfucker.
I'm so tired. You have no clue, but I'm here. I made it.
All right, this next one for you though. This next one for you.
Is it?
Yeah.
If he got child support to pay, how would that benefit me? Like, that's what I'm saying. Y'all literally looking for whatever y'all gonna look for to make something negative when the truth is right in front of your face. The truth is right in front of your face. Y'all was in a frenzy saying that I took him for all he got. I'm clearing that up and saying that it is not true. I paid for all my stuff. Then y'all was in a frenzy saying that I tried to send him to jail. I'm telling you, that is also not true. I never demanded him to go to jail, and y'all still finding a problem. Which one is it? Which one is it?
They
I've
don't
been
need that girl.
protecting and fighting for Iman our whole relationship, our whole marriage, our whole everything. And now it's being flipped on me. That's insane. That's insane. That's insane.
So
Like
pause
just a
this.
few days ago, me and Iman had a whole conversation.
So basically, Leah, what was going on is that um, everyone was tripping out on everything she got that she received from the divorce. She can't, because it looked like she received 80%, he received 20%, right, Leah? Of
Yeah.
properties, money, businesses, everything, right? But she came out and said right there in that video, she basically saying that number one, she tried to go to a mediator to keep it off, to keep it private. So it's just like, okay, if you with someone, Leah, and y'all want to keep it private, don't put everybody in your business, but he like, fuck that. So then you like, okay, you let some time go by. Then you try to talk to him again. He like, fuck that. So then that's when it just went to court. You get once it went to court, now it's no longer private. And then boom, once it go to court, he probably was like, fuck that. Probably didn't get the proper lawyer, and he got fucked. Well, she owned most of the cars, all of their businesses. She owned that. Basically damn near everything. You get what I'm saying? But
Mm-hmm.
she said she did try to go off paper and do it with him and handle it, and that way it could be
Mediator.
fair.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
tried with a mediator.
What do you think about that, Leah? What advice do you got for men out there uh,
Um,
that they should do better or listen or maybe think or do?
all the above. A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. I just feel like, I mean, no one's perfect, right?
Mm-hmm.
Relationships aren't perfect. And clearly what she's saying, because, 1 minute they're saying that, she's trying to take all his money and, put him in jail. And the next minute, this and that. It's just like, you have to think about it. If you're with someone for so long, there's so many things that people don't know that go beyond, like, behind the scenes. So they're just automatically assuming things based off what they're shown on the internet. So, like she said, she held him down. She did all this, like protected him. She was the one who protected him. She's the one who invested all this money in him. You know what I mean? So it's just like
Mm-hmm.
my advice. I don't know, because this world is pretty much done for in relationship aspects and shit.
Leah says it's a
But
bomb.
yeah, it is. It's a bomb. But I mean, like people are gonna see what they want to see regardless.
Well,
People that don't like you, they want to see the bad in you. That's just, and if they hear the bad in you, they they will believe that more than the actual truth because they don't like you. That's just life. That's just how a lot of people are.
well,
Mm-hmm.
this situation right here also to me proves just how strong the internet really truly is.
Mm-hmm.
Because before she hopped on live and like really cleared things up, she looked like she was taking him for everything he has.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, all the stuff you made while you were in the NBA is mine. This is mine. That's mine. And the truth of it is, and I'll be honest with you, at first, like I was one of those believers too. I was like, damn, man, she's taking this poor guy. She's taking him for everything he ever worked for, right? That's how the internet had me believe it. But once I start really digging into it, and then that video come across that video, I was like, wait a minute, that actually does make sense. She's like, I worked hard for these things, the Maybach, the Rolls Royce that he fucked up, bought me a Maybach. Technically, that's mine, right? This house, this that I bought from all the touring, the music, this is all mine. I left with what I came in with. He left what he came in with. And
Exactly.
then the internet just took it from there, and the internet does what the internet does best: lies, gaslights, tries to get a story out of it.
Believes what they want because they want to believe that. That's what
Right,
it is. They
right.
want to believe it. They're not looking at facts. They're not listening to what she's saying. They are going to believe what they want because they don't like her. They, whatever the case may be, I don't know. Because this world is too consumed with other people's lives. Anyways, I'm just so confused on that part too. Like I could never be as invested in someone else's life, especially someone I don't even fucking know, never met in my life. But hey,
Right.
that's neither here nor there. But yeah, no, I just feel like there's probably so much that's happened behind the scenes that she's had to deal with that she's rightfully so owed like all that shit. Like what? It's insane.
And even with him, he could have not been responding, or could have told her, like, some, when you hurt and you going through it,
Uh-huh.
he may have said some things that he didn't mean. She,
Hmm.
I'm gonna say this. I'm not down at her or him, right?
Right.
Shout out to her, shout out to Iman. We both from Chicago. But I'm gonna say this, he could have been her, right? It's a divorce. They've been together for a long time. They got like 2 kids together. He sometimes guys, that's why I was asking you, do you got any advice, Leah? Because sometimes guys don't know how to show their true emotions, because sometimes we not equipped to show you guys our emotions. We
Hmm.
equipped to be like, fuck it. You
Right.
get what I'm
To be
saying?
like nonchalant,
I
like
don't
whatever it
care.
is,
I
it
don't
is.
care. Yeah, I don't care.
Right.
So
Right.
that's what I'm
That's
saying. I'm
true.
giving him the benefit of the doubt, and he could have just been said.
Mhm.
They've been, it's hard to let go sometimes,
Yeah.
and he just going through it. He probably just needed a little bit more time. And I'm
Hmm.
pretty sure if they wanted to complete that divorce, that he would have completed it, or whatever they want to go through. But sometimes you do go through it. We, as women, we always, we look and be like, oh, it's the women, women, women. But us men, it's like we got feelings too. I know
No,
we
we
come
could
off hard,
absolutely
stuff like
100%
that, but
have
we got
feelings.
feelings
No,
too.
that's no, and that's the kind of thing that kind of messes up society now. People think that men, and they always have, they think that men have to be so strong, can't cry, no emotions, just, just really just be that solid foundation for your family and for, women in your life, right? But, and I've always said this too, like, I like a man that shows some type of emotion. Like, because if you're not showing me anything, I have no clue what you're feeling, no clue what you're thinking. You could be really, really going through it. I would have no clue. I wouldn't know how to treat you. So I feel like, yes, like you're right, because a lot of people don't want men to show any emotion or have emotion or are not allowed to have feelings about certain things. It's just, for me, it's just having that emotional intelligence and applying that to where it should be applied to. Because it's okay for you to feel how you feel, but it's just how you react. It's how you go about things. That's just how I feel. I don't know.
No, well said.
Well, I also think Iman is upset because Mufasa is blowing out Teyana Taylor's back right now, and I also
And
think that's another reason
yeah,
he's
that's
upset.
Mufasa.
No, honestly, I'm
Yeah, that's
shout
Mufasa.
out to
I love him.
Iman.
And yeah, that's Mufasa. I love
what
him.
you think about him, Leah?
Oh, when I heard that, I was like, oh yeah, girl, get him before we do.
She
Get him
said,
before
"Come
we
here,
do.
She said, "Come here, Mufasa,
Come
Mufasa."
here.
She
Yeah,
said,
no.
"Mufasa."
No, that whole thing with the Jennifer Hudson show, like, was been on, like, it was on my timeline for like months, and it just would not get out of my head. Like, I went to sleep hearing that same shit in my brain.
Mm.
Oh, the Mufasa stuff.
The Mufasa.
Yeah, no, a lot of stuff. He started, man. He kind of popped up in the media quite a bit.
Hmm.
I came across a few videos of him where reporters, they were having a hard time talking to him because like they were just like, I don't even know what it was, but like they were like they couldn't even talk to him. He would just be like glaring at them and shit, and they'd just be like stuttering and tripping over their words and
What?
shit.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it was kind of wild.
Like, what do you mean they didn't know how to talk to him?
Because like I think some of the girls were just like they were going crazy over him. They were going crazy over him,
Hmm.
and even the reporters, like the girl reporters, they were like all nervous and trying to talk to him and shit like that.
Oh, they didn't know what to say. Oh, they're the women
Oh
reporters.
yeah, and so I think that's what Iman, he sees this guy who's, no homo, is a decent, is a good looking
Right.
dude, right? And I think that's what got him like like really because he came out with that video saying he don't care about Teyana Taylor and what happens to her, saying that this dude is going to end up eventually dumping her and shit. And I'm like,
I don't
damn,
really
bro,
even think.
Some
I don't
hating
even really
ass
think.
shit. That's some hating ass shit.
No, I
that's
really think once
crazy.
that divorce came, he got. I ain't gonna lie with the with the shit she got.
He's like, oh shit,
Then
this guy,
yeah, he lost
he is he
everything. He
is
lost
good
everything in
looking.
that divorce.
He has a lot going for himself. He's a fucking actor. He was just in the Lion King movie. He's like, oh shit.
Yeah,
It's
and I mean,
insecurities though. You gotta take care of those insecurities.
and like Tiana Taylor says, she's like, God damn, I want to get my back blown out in peace.
Right. I want to get in the bed.
Y'all
I
funny
want
as
to get in
hell.
the bed. That's what you want.
No, your mom went crazy. Listen, this is like, all right. I started thinking about that, right? Because that situation kind of hit me, right? And I was like, damn, I, Iman kind of dropped the ball on it, but as from like a man standpoint, like we us men, we're like when we plant our flag there. We're gonna use some other terms for YouTube
Your
and shit, but
territory. Yeah, go
when we
ahead.
plant our flag there and it's there, I feel like it's a lot more different than how a female feels about it. Because with us, we're like once we've conquered, ain't no other man can go in here and conquer it, or we're gonna be, we can't take that shit. I think it's pride and ego.
Mm.
Like I'm gonna admit, we're pride and ego. We can't handle that kind of shit.
Oh,
No
we
other
know.
man can conquer what we've already planted our flag in.
We know.
And Leah's like, I already know. D, what do you think, man? How
No,
you think? Like,
Lord, we
is it my,
know. We know.
do you feel the same way I feel? Like once I've planted my flag, like fuck you.
I feel like
Ooh.
he lost his mind off that divorce ruling.
Yeah, he's like,
You,
that's
you,
He
you
my
don't
lost.
think
He
it
territory.
was her?
He
You don't think
lost.
it was her getting her
He
back blown
lost.
out?
Man, he lost everything, bro. She got 80% of
Ah, he didn't
everything.
lose every bro. He didn't lose
Man, bro,
everything.
he doing
Hey,
skits. He's doing
Does he
skits,
still
bro.
play?
You
Does
know,
he
I'm
still
from
play?
Chicago. I watch all of them. He's doing skits now,
I've
bro.
seen his skits, bro.
He's
Does he?
doing
But does he
He's
skits.
still play?
trolling.
He doesn't play anymore. He's retired.
Huh?
Yeah,
No, he don't
yeah.
play. He's
Back
been retired for a
he
long time.
since
He's
How
been
what
old is he?
retired for a
2020,
long time.
2020, I think, right? He retired in, was it 2020?
How old is he?
Iman Shumpert probably like 35.
Yeah, he about
No,
mid-30s. Yeah, mid-30s.
really?
Yeah.
I thought he was younger for some
She, well, listen, I've seen the divorce. She
reason.
got everything. When I mean everything, properties, everything. And it, like she's, I ain't in it. That's their shit. But like,
Nah, bro,
man,
they
I would
split that
lose my
shit.
mind
She
if I
said
lose.
they split it. They split
Nah,
it.
bro,
Say
you
what
got
it
it's on
is.
paper. It's online, bro. Go check and see what she got.
Nah, bro,
You ain't hear what she just said? Y'all
he's
gotta
tripping,
listen.
bro. He got some. He's tripping. He got some out of it.
Language is very important. She's getting death threats because she said this is why we tried to get a mediator so they can try to split the stuff. She said that he didn't want to, so then she took it to court, and when she took it to court, they were saying that other people were saying he must didn't get a good lawyer. He probably didn't have it to get a lawyer. You get what I'm saying? You got to think about it. Like he was on the shy, but like that stuff don't. I'm in the mood acting world. Once you get them checks and them people live that lifestyle, you go broke pretty fast. The average rapper is broke, big dog. Did you know that?
Oh, of course. But he'll be all right, bro. He'll
These
be all
niggas
right.
is
He'll
driving.
be all right.
I ain't
He'll
gonna
be all
put
right.
nobody on blast, but motherfuckers is driving from LA to here, bro, and they rappers. They not even flying. Motherfuckers is broke, bro. Like, who was that?
No, I was just gasping because
I was like, oh shit, who was there? I was like,
Hey,
is it?
listen, bro.
what
Iman's
did
gonna
it?
be just fine. He's gonna get a house. He's gonna have his mansion. He's gonna have
Steve
some
can say that
cars.
right
He's
now,
gonna be
Liv,
all
but
right.
let him get married and he get divorced and everything he built and somebody take 80%. 80%. Steve would be right now, fuck this shit.
Listen, don't have a family with someone then. Don't get her pregnant.
Hey, listen. The thing is, man, he's just mad because another man's planting a flag in his territory,
That's it.
blowing backs
Planting the
out.
flag
He's
on
just
the
mad because
moon.
Steve
that's
wanna
what.
Steve to my blowing the back out. You a fool.
And that's the truth of it all, man. He's
They say
making.
Iman Shepherd was blowing backs out, so I don't know.
He probably, you know what? He probably was. That's why the divorce went to win it. Because you know what she said though. You missed what she said. She said, I was always having to basically clean up his messes. I
His
always had to like,
messes,
yep.
aka
I'm always
Wow.
having to, I'm
promiscuity,
always
aka
having to
the
clean up
cheating.
Iman.
Dang.
Yep.
I'm sure. Okay, look. So at the time where there were cheating allegations, and she had to be like, "Oh no, I love it. We have threesomes together." That's her covering for him. He probably just been cheating for a long time, and now that's what she's saying. Like she's been covering for him for a long time.
In my opinion, I'm glad you brought that up, Leo. In my opinion, I really do
To
think,
save embarrassment for both.
I really do think that's where couples go wrong is when the threesomes take place. I think
That
that
is
is the,
absolutely
I think
correct.
that is a,
Uh huh.
that is
I
where
object.
Yeah.
in my opinion, I think your relationship will change and change for the worse the
I
moment
do not agree with you,
another
Steven, ATM
another
Cowboy.
girl comes into the mix. It's over. That
This is
relationship
why.
between
This is
you
why.
and your wife or
This is
you and
why.
your
You
girlfriend
have to
will
have an
never be the same.
understanding. It's all about it. It's 2025. Times have changed. You have to be able to change with with the changers, with the
That's
game
Yeah, I know
true.
changers.
times it changes. There's
This
chicks
is the
with dicks
thing.
running
This is the
around now.
thing,
I
right?
know.
This is why they start doing it because they say man is going to cheat anyway. It's just man, right? It's very rare you find a man who don't.
Hey,
It's
not all
very
men.
rare.
Not
It's
all.
rare.
Period. Pop your
It's
shit,
rare.
Steve. He said not all men.
Yeah, it's very rare. You get
It
what I'm
is
saying?
very rare. Yeah.
Um, so basically, what I'm saying is, if you do have a couple that do that, you have to have an understanding and draw a line. Okay,
Mhm.
if y'all, if y'all, excuse me, fans, if y'all, if y'all have an understanding, y'all gotta draw a line and stick to that. You get what I'm saying? Now they rich, so of course the niggas gonna pull up and probably go do their own thing, and that's where it goes wrong. You gotta, just you gotta keep it fair because she
Never work.
willing to
It
give
never
you
works,
what
bro.
you
I'm
want.
telling you, it never works.
I
All
feel
right,
like
where's
personally,
Neo
I'm gonna just
perfectly
say it.
fine.
I'm gonna just say it personally. I have to, for me, not speaking on everybody else. I'm saying for me. I just feel like I really have to not really give a fuck about you to like say, hey, let's be in this relationship. I'm speaking for me, I'm not speaking for you or anybody else. I'm saying for me, I would have to not give a fuck about them to be like, yeah, go ahead, fuck it, go ahead and fuck that bitch. Yeah,
Exactly. At this point, either the relationship is fucked up,
because I can't see
or
myself really like loving and being into someone and just so all about them to be okay with them with us and whatever doing that. And I don't knock it. Shit, I love seeing polyamorous relationships. I feel like it's more common now than it ever has been before. Like you see
Mm-hmm.
it everywhere. Like, and I'm like,
I
good
feel
for
the
y'all.
polyamorous. I feel the polyamorous only works is if they started out that way.
Yes, ultimately,
That's
yes.
the
If you
only way
start
it
off that
works.
way, I could see that. Like,
Right.
I could see
Now,
that. Like, if
now
we
to your
venture
point,
like
D.
that and we're doing that, but if I really care about you, no, that's mine.
Right. So D, to your point, if it starts out that way, then you're right. Like you said, D, if there's an understanding, there's a thing in place.
Oh
But in my
yeah.
opinion, it's got to start out that way, right? That's the only way I feel like it works. But if it
Yeah.
doesn't start out that way, like let's just say 5 years down the road, you're just like, hey, babe, we're gonna bring another girl into a relationship, but you choose, bro. It never works, bro. I've seen a few couples that we knew, I've known that tried it, and that shit within a month they were trying to
Ruined
kill
their
each
shit.
other. They're
Uh-huh.
like, this motherfucker cheated. It was man, it was bad. It
Because
was bad.
ultimately, you got to think about it, especially us women, right? We are very protective and we are very, I don't know, like, I would be thinking, oh, you must like her more than me. You know, that's what we think. Like, if you look at her too long or you engage with her too long, it's like, wait, you're into her more than you're into me? Like, that's just the thoughts of women. We'll compare. We always compare, right? So I just feel like I really just like I'm telling you, I could do it. It's just I have to really just not give a fuck about you. I just fuck with you for real, and here we are having polyamorous
So it's
whatever.
different. So with them, you gotta think about it. With them, you meeting somebody, you meet somebody that's rich and they give you a life that you never had before in your life.
Uh huh.
So
Uh huh.
now you're doing things that you never thought you would do, and now you're starting to love those things. That's
Hmm.
why they say
Oh
as you
yeah.
grow, some people change, some people don't. You know what
Hmm.
I mean?
Hmm. Oh
That's
yeah.
how it go.
But yeah, that kind of goes back to that point of you would have to meet them like 'cause to your point, if I meet someone with whatever who has just like status and whatever, and he introduces me to that life, like yeah, I don't really know him like that, so of course I would be like, yeah, sure, and then go from there. But if I
Hmm.
knew this person for I don't know how many years, and we've been together for how many years, and then we all of a sudden try to transition into that kind of lifestyle, that would be hard for me to be honest with you, especially if I really love you and I care about you. Like I have
Hmm.
to really just be like, I don't really care. For me to be like, yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree. I think coming from a
But I
woman's
love the
standpoint,
lifestyle. I love seeing it. I'm like, I know that's right. You guys are happy. I love that. I love seeing it. I just couldn't do the shit. I just
he
couldn't
was
do
like,
it.
I'll live
No.
vicariously through you guys. I'll
Yeah,
watch
I'm
it and
living
love
through all of them.
it.
I'm living through all of them, probably go on dates with a couple of them, help you guys out. No, I'm just kidding. But no, seriously, like
Hey, it's like, hey,
I'm living.
as long as my main, when it's that time and it's my main ain't doing it, all good.
All good. Do your thing. I'm living.
So D, do you think, like honestly, you think that D's like, man, fuck y'all. That
He
ain't how
said,
it goes.
I'm not sure. Everybody entitled to their opinion, bro. What works for some people works for them, and
Right,
what works
right.
for other
We're
people works
speaking
for other
about
people.
ourselves.
I don't get
Exactly.
offended
You're
off
right.
opinions.
Yeah, you're
But
right.
in my
Everybody,
opinion though,
everybody do stuff, they little way,
Yeah.
what works for them.
well,
Everybody feels differently. That's fine.
well,
That's
that's
fine.
You heard what
that's
Meek Mill said. He said, "Me and my girls that we was freaks till we moved to Atlanta." He said,
Atlanta will do that. Miami will do
"ATL
it.
that's
turned
a
them out."
different place,
Atlanta,
man.
Miami. Atlanta, Miami. They'll do it to you. I swear.
Atlanta's a different place.
I'm going to shoot
Hey, you
ATL
got to
next
be like,
weekend.
hey, when you're out in Atlanta, you gotta be like, hey, what gender's on your birth certificate?
You have to be like that for real?
Out in Atlanta, yeah, yeah,
Yeah. I haven't been there
yep,
in so long. I cannot wait to go
yep.
next weekend.
Is Leah, make sure you ask for birth certificates and genders, ahead of time. Again, nothing against the alphabet people. Hey, listen,
Yeah.
you guys live your
Not the
life, but
alphabet people,
you know,
Steve. How
you
dare
know,
you?
I try not to bag on the alphabet people too much. It's like,
But
hey, live
hey,
your life.
hey guys, I gotta be there at 12.